Hello, this video will provide step-by-step instructions for using the LIBBY app and website. What is LIBBY? LIBBY is an app made by Overdrive for reading ebooks, magazines, and listening to audiobooks for free. LIBBY is available to use with your in-county Chester County Library System, CCLS, card. What are the perks of using LIBBY? First, with LIBBY, you will have a synced experience across all logged-in devices. This means your progress, bookmarks, notes, loans, and holds will be the same anywhere you are logged in. Next, you can use LIBBY offline. Once your items are downloaded, LIBBY can play through Bluetooth speakers, including your vehicle's Apple CarPlay or Android Auto systems. LIBBY also works with most Kindle and newer Nook devices. LIBBY allows you to customize the playback speed and listening time of your e-audiobooks, as well as the text scale, lighting, and font of your ebooks. How can I access LIBBY? You can access your LIBBY account by visiting the LIBBY website, LIBBYAPP.com, or by downloading the LIBBY app to your smartphone or app-supported tablet. LIBBY Guidelines. You can have up to 8 e-books or audiobooks checked out through LIBBY at one time. You can have up to 12 ebooks or audiobooks on hold through LIBBY at one time. Items will be automatically returned on their due dates. If you have an out-of-county Chester County Library card, meaning you have a CCLS card but do not live, work, or pay taxes in Chester County, it will not work with LIBBY. If you have an expired CCLS library card, it will not work with LIBBY. You will need your CCLS library card number to access the LIBBY website or app. Your library card number is on the back of your library card. If you need assistance with finding this number, please call the reference desk at 610-688-7092, extension 212, or send an email to tpl@ccls.org. Let's begin. We will now go through the steps to access and use the LIBBY app. Open your App Store. Next, search for LIBBY, the Library app. When you find the LIBBY, the Library app listing, look for either a blue Install button, a gray Get button, or a blue cloud with a downward pointing arrow button. Tap whichever button your App Store uses to download. Examples of the download icons are circled in orange in our example. Open the LIBBY app. Once the app is downloaded onto your device, tap the icon to open the app. The first screen you will see asks, "Do you have a library card?" Tap the top white box with the maroon writing that says, "Yes, I have a library card." Next, tap Search for a library. To find the Chester County Library System collection, tap in the search bar at the top of the screen. Next, type Tredyffrin Library, spelled TREDYFFRIN space LIBRARY into the search box. Then tap the white magnifying glass icon on the green background. The magnifying glass icon is circled in orange in our example. After you tap the magnifying glass icon, you will see a listing appear for Chester County Library System. Tap that listing. On the next screen, tap the Sign in with my card button, circled in orange in our example. Once you have tapped the button, a new screen will appear. Look about halfway down the screen for a light green area that says Card Number. Tap in the green area and type your 13-digit Chester County Library card number. To finish this step, tap the Sign In button in the lower right section of your screen. Let's start searching. To begin a search for an ebook, audiobook, or magazine, look to the bottom of your Libby screen for a row of icons, including a magnifying glass, house, 3 lines, stack of books, and a tag. Tap the magnifying glass on the far left. The magnifying glass is circled in orange in our example. If you know the title or author you want to search for, tap the search box at the top of the screen and type in your query. This example searches for the book titled The Wish by Nicholas Sparks. Once you begin to type your search terms, a list of options will appear below. Review the offerings. Tap the one that matches your search. The title we have selected is circled in orange in our example. Select your format. Once you tap on a title, a new screen will show you the available formats for that item. In Libby, items are either an ebook, an e-audiobook, or a magazine. In this example, you can see 2 listings. The first item is an ebook. Ebooks are shown in Libby with rectangular cover images. The second listing is an e-audiobook. Audiobooks in Libby have a square cover image atop a small earbud and duration count icon. Check availability. When you review the Libby collection, an item is available for immediate use if there is a borrow option to the right of the graphic, as seen with the ebook version of The Wish at the top of this example. If there is a place hold option to the right of the graphic, as is the case with the audiobook version of The Wish at the bottom of this example, the item is not available right now, but you can add it to your holds list and will be notified when it becomes available. Searching tips. If you search by the author, you will see a full list of items in Libby by that author. In this example, we searched Nicholas Sparks. At the top of the white portion of the page, you will see there are 26 ebooks and 23 audiobooks by this author. You can tap either the gray, books, or audiobooks filters to only see those formats, or scroll down to see all the search results combined. If you do not have a particular title or author in mind, try using the basic catalog filters to refine your search by format. Basic search filters are listed in gray and will show the number of relevant results next to the search term. To use the advanced search filters, tap the icon at the top of the page with 3 descending horizontal lines. A new box will appear. To apply an advanced filter, tap the term. If it turns purple, the filter is applied. Tap the teal Show Titles button at the top of the screen to see the results. How to borrow an ebook or audiobook in Libby. Once you identify an item you would like to borrow, tap the Borrow button to the right of the cover image. On this screen, you can review your number of holds and loans, confirm your checkout or borrowing period, and officially borrow the book. To adjust the borrowing period, tap the red number of days on the right side of the screen. To borrow the item, tap Borrow in the red oval at the bottom of the screen. Select the app you will read with. On the first screen, tap Read With. On the next screen, tap either Kindle or Libby. If you tap Libby, the ebook will open inside the Libby app. If you tap Kindle, you will be taken to the Amazon website and asked to sign into your Amazon account. Make sure you have your Amazon password handy. Begin reading. To begin reading your book, tap the cover image. To advance the pages, swipe right. To see prior pages, swipe left. Tap the letter A in the upper right corner to adjust the font scale, lighting, and font of the book, and the bookmark in the upper right corner to save your place. Now we will go through the same process to select an audiobook. The search process is exactly the same, except this time we are looking for items with the small headphones and number listed under the cover image. Once you find the audiobook you want, tap Borrow. Tap Borrow again on the next screen. To begin listening, tap Open Audiobook in the middle of the screen. On the next screen, tap the white arrow inside the black circle at the center of the screen to begin listening to your audiobook. How to place a hold on an ebook or e-audiobook. Once you find a title of interest, tap Place Hold to the right of the cover image. On the next screen, tap the Place Hold button in the red oval at the bottom of the screen. This page also allows you to see approximate wait times and review the number of loans and holds associated with your account. On the final screen, confirm the hold by reading the Hold Placed date located below the author's name in the middle of the screen. Libby now has an extensive collection of magazines. To search for a magazine, look for a row of icons at the bottom of your screen. Tap the magnifying glass icon at the bottom of the screen, and on the next screen, tap the Magazines filter. If you use the Magazines filter, you will see the full catalog of magazines available through the CCLS Libby account. To search for a specific publication, tap in the search box at the top of the screen and begin typing a specific title. A new screen with suggestions will appear. Tap the title of interest to learn more. Tap the Magazines filter at the top of the screen to only see magazines. Scroll down to see the offerings and tap Open Magazine to the right of the cover image to open an issue. Tap All Issues to see all issues of the magazine, and tap Subscribe to have new issues automatically added to your account. To access your Libby account through their website, open a web browser and type LIBBYAPP.com into the search bar. Then tap the Enter/Return key. The first screen you will see asks if you have a library card. Click the Yes, I have a library card option in the middle of the page. First, click the Search for a Library option listed in red towards the middle of the page. On the next screen, click the green search box at the top of the screen and begin typing Terdifren Library. This will produce the option for Chester County Library System below. Click on the Chester County Library System option. The star is there to remind you that although you searched for Terdifren Library, Chester County Library System is the option you want to select. On this screen, look to the right and click the Sign In with My Card option. First, click the green box at the center of the page. Type in your library card number and click the Sign In button at the bottom of the page. This screen shows how many loans and holds you currently have. To begin borrowing, click the Next button at the bottom of the screen. If you have a Kindle and want to use it to read books with Libby, click Yes, I read with Kindle. If you do not want to use a Kindle, click Skip. On the bottom of the next screen, you will see a row of icons. Click the magnifying glass on the far left to begin searching. Click in the green search box with the magnifying glass at the top of the page and type an author, title, or subject to search. In this example, we searched for the book titled Dreamland by Nicholas Sparks. Click on the option that matches your search. This search for Dreamland produced 10 ebooks and 5 e-audiobooks with this title. The filter for each format is located at the top of the page in gray boxes. In this example, you can see 3 listings. The first item is an audiobook. Audiobooks in Libby have a square cover image atop small earbud and duration count icons. The second 2, identified by the green bracket, are ebooks, which are shown in Libby with rectangular cover images. In this example, the audiobook, identified by a square cover image with earbuds and number of hours below, is available to borrow because there is a borrow option listed to the right of the cover image. The two ebooks, identified by their rectangular cover image and lack of earbuds below, are both checked out by other patrons, but you have the option to place a hold for the next available copy. The Place Hold option is listed to the right of each ebook's cover image. To borrow an item, click the Borrow option to the right of the cover image. This page allows you to review the details of your loan, including the checkout period, circled here in orange on the first image. To borrow an audiobook, click the red Borrow button at the bottom of the screen. Then click Open Audiobook on the next screen. Once the audiobook opens, click the white arrow inside the circle at the center of the screen to begin listening to your audiobook. To place a hold, click the Place Hold option to the right of the cover image. On the next screen, you can review your approximate wait time, circled in blue, and then click the Place Hold button to confirm the hold. To browse the entire magazine collection, click on the magnifying glass icon in the lower left corner of your screen. Then select the magazine filter at the top of the next screen. To search for a specific title, click in the green search bar at the top of the page. Then type your title of interest. Click Open Magazine to the right of the cover image to open an issue. Click All Issues to see all issues of the magazine, and click Subscribe to have new issues automatically added to your account. If you search for a specific title, review the search results in the white drop-down list. Click the title of interest. A results page will appear. Scroll through the offerings and select your desired action from the list to the right of the cover image. Some final tips and tricks. Downloading. Borrowed items appear on your shelf and download to the app automatically, so you can read and listen when you're offline, in airplane mode, or away from Wi-Fi connections. Signing in. You will need a Chester County Library card, in-county card, to sign in. Returning items. Your item will be returned automatically on its due date. You can also return an item early. There are no late fines in Libby. Holds. If you are notified that a hold is ready to borrow, but you do not have time to read it right now, you can defer the loan until a later date. Audiobook loans. If your audiobook is taking a while to begin playing, tap the 15 seconds forward or backward arrow to jumpstart the audio. A quick tour of the Libby toolbar. This toolbar can always be found at the bottom of your Libby screen. It is the same across all devices. Use the magnifying glass to search for titles, authors, or subjects. Use the building to browse collections of your linked library cards. Use the three lines to review your linked library cards, settings, your information, and find help and support. Use the book stack to see your loans, holds, timelines, and notices, and use the tag to see saved collections. Congratulations, you have downloaded and used Libby. We are here to help. If the previous steps do not work for you, or if you have questions, please contact the reference desk. You can come visit us in the library, give us a call at 610-688-7092, extension 212, or email us at tpl@ccls.org.